Today is no small task. I have to go get that thing.
Yes, this thing right here, this thing. I want to get this mower back down to my driveway so that I can fix it and get it running again. You know, when you look at this thing overall, it looks like it's in terrible condition, but in reality, it looks like a very nice heavy-duty mower. If you look at the frame and everything on here, it's nice and thick. Not too much rust and corrosion. It looks like it can be cleaned off pretty well. It's got a 20 horsepower Honda V-twin motor, and it's set up to basically pull you on a seat behind it. I don't know, guys. I need a mower, and to me, this seems like my best option. There's only 592 hours on this thing. Wow, the seat's in pretty good shape too. Only a little bit of moss growing out of there. I don't know, this thing does look like it's been sitting out here for a long time.
What do you think, guys? This thing's definitely been sitting out here for a very long time, but it's only got 592 hours. So that's where I'm sitting here going, man, I need a mower, but I don't want to go spend, you know, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a zero turn when I have this thing just sitting back here. Maybe I can get it running again. What do you think?
So what I'm thinking is I'll have to drag this thing out of here, but I'm a little nervous because dragging this with no functioning wheels is going to possibly put a big divot in the grass here all the way down. So if for some reason that starts digging in and it's not working out right about here, I'll probably end up wanting to pull it into there.
So I think the best tool for the job to get that is probably this tractor, but because it's so cold outside and I don't really know how to drive that thing all that well, I'm just gonna take this tractor. This is my 1995 GMC Suburban. For those of you who don't know, this thing is awesome. I love it. I'm gonna take this and try to pull that mower out of there with some chains, I guess.
Let's see, I have some chains and stuff here. This is probably exactly what I need. Why is there rope mixed up in here? Oh gosh, that just fell everywhere. Oh. Yeah, that's a pretty nice thick hook, as is that. Okay, good. That should do. All right, so this is my general idea here. Because this chain is so long, I think I will just kind of wrap it through part of the mower and then hook it to my truck here, and hopefully that'll work okay.
My biggest concern is this slight grade there. There's a hill, and I don't want that mower to slide into the back of my truck. I don't think that's gonna happen because the wheels are completely flattened out. So it's probably gonna be digging up the grass, which I'm also concerned with. So we'll see how this goes.
I know some of you might be wondering why in the world I'm not just using the tractor. I mean, this is literally what it's for, is to do tasks like this around the land. And I recently did a full service on this thing, and I'll link that video up here. But the reason why I'm not is, number one, it's really cold outside. Number two, I just don't really know exactly how to drive this thing too well. I don't want to do something stupid with it. I don't want to flip it up, you know, on its back or something like that. These are probably very stupid concerns, but I mean, I don't know where would I hook that chain to on here? Maybe just wrap it around something and everything's fine, but I don't want to mess something up. I need to learn more about this before I go using it like that, which obviously it would be great at doing. But I know more about my truck, and you know, it's easier to drive and it's enclosed and all that, so we're just going to use the truck today. And for those of you who are still wondering about the leak that I was having inside my door, I have figured out kind of sort of where it's coming from. It's coming from somewhere back here. I have new parts on order, so those are on their way to me. And as soon as I get those parts, we'll be doing a video about installing and fixing and putting all this stuff back together. So that's why I don't have a front seat in here. Pulling out of the garage now. I'm at a pretty good angle right now. Not in 4x or anything, so I'm hoping I don't slide and cause a problem. Let's see here. Easy peasy. It's really cold out today. You can see I have some other attachments for the tractor. I've got a mowing blade. I don't know what that's officially called, but that's some sort of big pull behind mowing blade. And then I have no idea what this is, but that's here too. You can see we have some low-hanging branches and stuff here. I don't want to scratch my truck with that, so I may have to cut some of that back. Or maybe I can just wrap it around one part, make the chain longer, and just get it kind of generally out of here first. Okay, so slight modification. Rather than doubling the chain up to my truck, I just ran it around both wheels and onto itself. And now I have a longer lead. It still doesn't solve that problem though. I just went ahead and backed it up. You can see I'm hitting the trees, but it's not that bad. I didn't hear anything crazy. It's not scratching too bad. It's mostly just right there sitting on the window. And that got me some slack. So hopefully I don't screw anything up by doing this. I think this thing should pull out of there pretty quick. It's not super heavy. What I'm really curious to see here is if there's any snakes under there. Also, I'm gonna have to try to come out of here pretty straight so this thing doesn't clip this metal structure. Here goes the first shot. We'll see how this thing comes out, if it even comes out at all. I hope it does. I hope it's pretty easy, and I'm sure it will be, but you never know. All right, well, we got her to move. You can see the condition of these tires is not good. So it seemed like it was pretty much dug in there. You can see right back here where the back two tires were. These tires obviously have to be replaced. They're completely flat. And that's what it looks like underneath. I don't see any snakes. Although I'm not super certain on the trajectory of this thing, it looks like we might, I'm gonna have to straighten out. The bad part of that is I have this thing in the way. Dang, I'm just missing this pole. We are like an inch away right there, which is enough for me, but it's definitely getting a little hairy. I'm coming real close to this thing, but not quite hitting it yet, which is good. My curiosity again is if this is just gonna plow through the grass right here. I'm just not sure. The last thing I wanna do is completely plow through the grass. I can't do that. So if this starts creating a huge dirt path, I'm just gonna have to stop it here and then back it into this structure here, which is really the best option in terms of not having to tow this thing. The only problem is I want to work on this and all my tools are back at the shop and it's just a far distance. It'd be much easier for me to work on it if it was on my driveway. I'm not so sure that's going to happen though. That's a success. We did not hit the structure, but we are digging a path in the grass. So that's not good. You can see even here, we got a major path that I don't want to dig all the way down through there. Maybe reposition my truck there and try to tow this thing backwards back into there for now anyway. Well, it's not going according to plan. The plan was to move it down to the driveway, but I don't think that's going to happen because you can see this path that it's making. I'm going to have to maybe get the tires dealt with, and then I can tow it down into the shop. I'm now repositioned, and I'll just get my chain and attach it to there and drag this thing under the roof. I don't really know where to attach this thing. I don't want to put it on some kind of smaller piece here that could bend. So I have it around this here, kind of in this hole. I don't know if you can see that there. Waiting for that chain to tighten up there. There we go, it's getting tight. Okay, we're going to begin the pull. Okay. Okay, let's check it. Looking great. We are coming exactly where I want this thing to be. So this is looking good. Okay, this thing is now doing a wheelie. Looks like it caught the ground there. This will give me a good look at what's underneath there. Those blades in good shape? All right, I'll have to let some slack off this so it can drop back down.
Well, while this didn't go exactly as planned, I think it's a good success. I think we got it out of the weather per se, out of the rain and stuff like that. We got it into a new spot, and from here I can begin to diagnose what exactly is wrong with it, get new spark plugs, spark plug wires, clean out the fuel tank, new fuel lines, fuel filter, oil filter, change the oil, all that good stuff. But that's to come in a future video.
Yeah, when you look at the path that this thing took, you can see it just was not a good idea to pull this thing all the way to my driveway. It would have just cut out the grass so bad everywhere. This thing did pretty good. I had to put it in 4-wheel high because I was having a little trouble backing up this hill right over here.
It's really hard to show on camera, but this is a decently steep hill, and without 4x,
you can see there and there just made a pretty big gash in the grass. So I actually went down a little farther and got some speed backing up, and in 4 high I was able to back all the way up with no problems.
All right, I'm back in the shop, and like I was saying, although it didn't go as planned, it was a success. I was able to get it out of the weather, the rain. It's under an actual structure now, and now I can clean it off and begin the process of trying to figure out, first of all, how to get the motor running, and then I think there's hydraulics on there too. So it may be a bigger job than I can handle, but I'm going to attempt to fix it. I'm going to attempt to get that thing running, because it's going to be a lot cheaper to do that than to go out and buy a brand new or even used zero turn. And a zero turn is going to cost me, you know, $5,000 to $7,000 used, a good one. And so I want to get a commercial style unit, something that's going to last the test of time. And that's what I think that is. It doesn't seem like a typical homeowner grade. It seems like a commercial unit. So I think that if I can get that thing running, it'll probably do pretty good, especially on this land. Well, I was just editing the video and realized I forgot an outro to the video. So here it is, the outro. And what I want to ask in this outro is this vlog style video. Do you enjoy this style video? Should I keep uploading these types of videos alongside my regular stuff to the One Road channel? Or should I start a completely separate channel for the more vlog style stuff? I just kind of felt like it would make more sense just to include it all into the One Road channel, just because that's my channel, rather than having to go and start a new channel and, you know, basically tell everybody to go follow that channel also. So let me know, what do you think? Should I just upload kind of everything to One Road? Should I make a separate channel called, you know, One Road Garage or something like that, where, you know, I upload basically the more vlog style, shop style videos? I'm leaning towards uploading them all to the standard One Road channel, but again, I'd like to know if you guys are enjoying these videos. I know that they're not going to get as many clicks as, you know, my more typical videos get. So that's what's throwing me off a little bit. I just don't know if you guys are enjoying these, if I should continue to do this style of a video, or if I should stick to what's been working in the past. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me pull that mower out of that spot that it's probably been in for 10 plus years, who knows. With my 95 GMC Suburban, it went really well, although not as planned, and I plan to get that thing up and running because I don't want to have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a new mower. Luckily, we're into fall now, heading into winter, so the grass probably isn't going to be growing all that much here in the near future. So I have some time to get that thing running. But that'll be for another video, and thank you guys for watching. I'm Jimmy for One Road, and I will see you in the next one.